Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming to today's webinar, Safety Lifecycle Management, Concept to Production and Operations. Your presenters today are Nikhil Unikrishnan and Emil Pop. If you have any questions throughout the webinar, I kindly ask that you type them in the chat box, and we will address as many as we can at the end of the webinar. We also encourage all participants to complete the survey afterward. Your feedback is greatly appreciated. If you would like a PDF copy of the presentation or the webinar recording, please contact us at webinars@omnex.com. Nikhil Unikrishnan is the Director of Consulting with extensive experience supporting automotive and semiconductor organizations in hardware, software, and mechanical system development, helping implement best-in-class practices aligned with ISO 26262, Automotive SPICE, ISO SAE 21434, and SOTIF. An INTAX certified principal assessor and certified lead auditor for IATF 16949 and ISO 9001, he leads assessments, training, and consulting initiatives at Omnex while playing a key role in advancing the EVAV platform. Emil Pop is the general manager for Omnex Design and has extensive experience with electrical and electronic products, factory automation, and system integration and embedded test software development. Being part of various manufacturing, design, research, auditing, and management teams, Emil brings this broad experience to meet customer needs of fast time to market response in implementing new technologies in their products or processes and passing regulatory hurdles during demanding schedules and deadlines. Now, without further ado, please welcome Nikhil and Emil.
Excellent. Andrew, thank you for that warm introduction. I'm happy to join my colleague here, Emil Pop, in being part of this webinar. Hopefully, during the next 30 minutes, we are able to discuss with you some interesting topics that we have in store for you. Just to make sure we are all on the same page, this is the abstract of the webinar that we have promised you for the next 30 minutes, and we will discuss safety life cycle as it extends through the entire operation within an OEM or automotive program. So what are the things we should be considering, like all the way from concept to launch and then post-production thereafter. So this is the abstract. You have it on your invite. The first thing we'll get into is just talk a couple of minutes about Omnex. Some of you are joining us for the very first time. Just wanted to let you know what we do. Omnex, we are headquartered in Ann Arbor, Michigan, and we do operate in North America, Europe, and Asia with over 16 offices worldwide. We have over 40 years in organizational experience, and then a lot of our senior subject matter experts are on the writing committees of various standards. So for example, ISO 26262, we have our colleagues that are right now representing the US tag in part 6 and also part 2. We're also contributing members for the second edition that's currently active. So also even the previous version before that. And we also have contributions in ISO SAE 21434, product cybersecurity, and SOTIF standards, just to name a few among the multiple. So a quick look at our global footprint and where we have the offices I just mentioned. And these are our 8 areas of focus. Today's webinar is focusing on our e-mobility space that's dealing with functional safety, and we will get more into it as we go through the webinar. To start things off at the very start, I wanted to bring up a poll question just so that we know, we do see a lot of names on the participant list here, so that we know where you're coming from and what your maturity and journey is in functional safety. Please go ahead and load the poll up, Andrew. Where are you in your functional safety journey? Are you new to functional safety, here to learn? Maybe you're part of one functional safety project, you're trying to scale it to additional projects. Number 3, maybe you have multiple functional safety projects already performed, and you're trying to standardize approaches within the organization. So that we know, please go ahead and vote your preference, and then we can go from there. All right. Okay. So, majority of you seem to be new to functional safety and here to learn. And then some of you have been part of at least one functional safety project, and you're trying to scale it to additional projects. So this is going to be interesting. I think we have a right mix here. Emil, I look upon your thoughts when you discuss the material. Hopefully, we can add value to the participants here. And without further ado, I want to pass the mic over to Emil, who's going to do majority of the talking. Emil brings a vast amount of experience in managing multiple functional safety programs over his career spanning years. And he's going to talk about real life examples for the next 20 some minutes. So I pass the mic to Emil. Go ahead, Emil.
Okay, so just to paraphrase that poll, congratulations in getting into functional safety, and almost ready to say with a smile, good luck. You'll definitely have a journey ahead of you. So it's fun, it's challenging, it's rewarding. It's nerve-wracking, but yes, it is a journey, and definitely you'll remember it in your careers and in your activities. Okay, so that being said, we have the agenda on the screen a little bit more nailed down to titles. So for the next, let's say, 20 so minutes, we'll be talking about these things. And yeah, we can go ahead with the slides, Nikhil. Okay, so as defined in the standard, what is we know about ISO 26262, right? Because it is a functional safety standard and provides an automotive safety life cycle. That means from beginning to the end, from management, developing, production, operation, service, decommissioning, and supports all the activities during this life cycle phases. It has automotive specific. I mean, there are other standards of safety around, and you know that oil, and they are quite specific to certain industries. But for us, for automotive, we have this automotive specific. We talk a lot about ASILs, and that allows us to quantify it. I said there, in all fairness, it is a design heavy standard that tends to focus more on the safety of the design. It offers a lot of tools, and it's quite detailed in what you do about design, but it's very scarce what happens after the design. Pretty much what I have highlighted there, production, operation, and decommissioning. It is mentioned there. You can see it on the right-hand side a little bit in part 7, but uh, it's not detailed. So if you look at the life cycle, design takes maybe, let's say, 2 years, but the whole production, operation, service, decommissioning might take 15 years, maybe not even 20 years. So it's funny enough, the standard, it's very strong and very focused on the first part, but not so on the second. So I will try to bring you my point of view and my experience for the second part of it, and try to keep things smooth, and convey what I've learned over time at different levels. OEMs and tiers 2 are different in treating this life cycle. So we can go ahead. And so, as I said, it is a what is life cycle challenges? What are life cycle challenges in ISO 26262? It is a heavy process and a lot of documentation, right? It's very structured, very document driven, uh, slows development, increases costs, and reduces flexibility, especially for agile and fast iteration environments. Even software releases, you might have a bug fix for software release, and takes 2 days, but the paperwork and completing all the documentation for that release might take a week or 2 weeks. So usually that's the cause. You try to fix a bug, and then you need 2 weeks of approval and document vetting and everything else. So it provides a limited guidance for agile and DevOps integration, right? It's designed around the traditional V model, and it's making an adaptation to the modern tools. It is focus on function safety only. So this ISO 26262, it's not taking care of other things. Has some scalability challenges, and definitely, it's supplier dependency complexity, I call it, like requires strong safety management across distributed supply chains, which is difficult to control and, complicates this lifestyle. And yeah, I put a sign there of PLM, right? Concept, design, production, distribution. I mean, pretty much that's the full life cycle of a product if you take it from a high point of view. Okay. So yeah, that's the life cycle. Now, if we look specifically to ISO 26262, let's look a little bit at the framework, how they nailed it in the standard, right? And if you look at it, it's present. Standard has whatever you can say, 11 parts, 12 parts if you do trucks and buses. But really, if you want to look at the safety life cycle, you look in the concept phase, item definition, HARA, and everything. It's the high level thing. Then system development, hardware, software development, and production, operation, and services. So there are 4 places where you find this life cycle, safety life cycle impact. And I was saying 3 of them are design, and they might not even be together. Concept phase might be at OEM, and the system development might be at a tier 1 already, right? So hardware, software, somewhere between the half of tier 1, tier 2. So you already see the supply chain. Nevertheless, the life cycle, how you spread it out. So there are challenges, right? So again, only in 4 places, all grouped together. You see there in the middle, and that's what we have to manage when we talk about life cycle. Okay. And as I was mentioning, we have tools to do it, and the standard gives us tools to do it, but they are interrelated, right? And I try to set up just a little diagram there and see how it flows. Can go from OEM to a tier 1 to another tier 1. Maybe you have tier 1s. Sometimes they develop even competing products. The same product developed by two tier 1s to see which one is better, which one works well, and they have all kind of reasons for different markets and everything. Eventually they all boil down to the same hardware suppliers, but the software they want to be the same. So it's a very convoluted supply chain, and life cycle management has a few key principles that you have to respect the ASIL, you have to respect the independence and confirmation measures, you need to have a systematic verification validation, the documentation has to be correct, and supplier integration, the famous DIA, has to be consistent throughout, regardless of the fan out of the product. These things have to be observed. Why? Because you want an expected outcome. Like you definitely want hazards identified, you want the risks controlled, you want the safety mechanisms to be verified regardless of what it is, and you need continuous monitoring. So pretty much, I mean, think of a McDonald's, right? You want the hamburger to taste the same at the end of the day, regardless of where it's coming from. So these are this is the situation. Okay, let's move on. Gets more fun from here on. So now the challenge is how we integrate safety across all these phases, right? And early phase, as I said, these phases, right? Concept, we have tools. Standard gives us the tools. Item definition, hazard analysis, safety goal analysis, functional safety concept. We have tables, we have research, we have examples, we have many things we can deal with it. So definitely safety, it's defined before the thing starts. And also it's the pyramid idea. This concept happens somewhere at the top level. Then we move to system development, which can be, again, as I said, OEM or even tier 1. tier one can be very, very good, right? You start with the technical safety requirements, system architecture. We can start defining safety mechanisms, safety analysis. Standard gives you definitely a lot of tools, a lot of examples, and there is it is a well-documented process. So safety requirements flow, it goes down into architecture. We are kind of set there. We know what we are doing. Then becomes fluffier and fluffier, right? We have hardware and software development. Now we have to allocate this. We have detailed design. We have unit integration. We might do it in certain different ways. We have hardware metrics, and we can validate it. This is nice and dandy. Probably happens in the first year and a half of the product. Probably this is maybe the concept phase takes a little bit longer to come up with the idea, but yeah, let's assume it's a year and a half, this thing, and we keep on going. Okay. Now we have cross-phase safety activities, right? We have functional safety management, we have configuration and change management, traceability. So we kind of monitor the safety there, right? We do assessments, we do things, and we are still in the design stage, right? We kind of move, even with verification, validation, we get a little bit practical. We have product, we test requirements, we test everything, and we kind of end the V model here. And after that, obviously, we have the post-development phases, which is, one of the most challenging parts, and I'll elaborate a little bit later in the next slides. Goes out for production. And here we can talk about production safety controls, field monitoring, incident analysis, controlled updates, software, OTA, it's very popular these days, and decommissioning, right? So definitely look at that note. Safety responsibility continues after SOP. So that's a big challenge. And with that thing in mind, let's move forward to to the next slides, and I'll start talking more and more about backend safety. So it's very interesting, right? And I say there, in modern connected vehicles, safety is not longer limited to the vehicle ECUs. Backend safety, like cloud servers, OTA platforms, data pipelines, service updates, directly influence the vehicle behavior and update it, making backend safety critical. OTA updates can affect vehicle safety. So backend controls software firmware development, right? A faulty or corrupted OTA update can introduce safety defects. Safe rollout strategies, staging, rollback, validation are essential. So the takeaway from there, it's backend errors can directly impact ASIL functions. And yeah, they do ASIL related updates, OTA. There are discussions in the community that, if you have a safety issue, an OTA update is not really an update, it's a recall, right? And in all fairness, if you address a safety issue, it's not really an update anymore. You have a safety issue, and by the way, you didn't use the latest update. No, it is a safety issue. It's a safety issue, and generates a recall usually. Right? So keep that in mind too, because it's going that way. Then we have safety-related data processes. Backend systems might process diagnostic data, ADAS data, it's transmitted, fleet monitoring information. So you can only hope that data analysis can lead to safe decisions and updates, and it's not skewed, and it's not, it's cleaned up properly and everything. So data integrity means safety integrity. Remote services and control, again, very popular. They are coming. Remote diagnostics, feature activation, fleet management. If backend systems malfunction, vehicles receive incorrect configurations. Let's go to next. There are a few more, right? Monitoring and field incident detection. And then again, detection of safety-related faults in the field, early warning of safety mechanism failure, triggering corrective actions. What do you do? Who does it? Who takes responsibility for it? And it's very simple, very simple to explain it here and to show. But think of one of these situations. Okay, there is a thing with an inverter or some kind of motor or electric or battery management. Who takes responsibility for it? OEM takes responsibility because obviously it's done through OEM, the tier one who did it, the people who did the electronics, who pays for it, who's responsible, who has to vet it. And it is very complicated. It's not as simple as it looks. Cyber security and safety interact all the time. And there are two verticals. They try to be the same and they try to be like brothers and sisters, but like brothers and sisters sometimes agree and sometimes they don't agree. So I had situations where there was a safety problem and the safety was saying, well, that's cyber. If they change that memory location, it's someone hacked into it. And the cyber was saying, no, it's safety because you didn't duplicate and you didn't protect that memory location. So that's the situation. It is, a cat and dog a little bit situation there in the environment. And then we have regulatory and compliance responsibility. OEM remains responsibility for functional safety compliance, software updates, traceability, but also OEM, it's a big gorilla and can impose a lot of pressure on tier one and tier twos. So usually that's the situation in the field as we run the product. And design, as I said, takes 2 years, and then operation service decommissioning takes another 15 years, and you'll have to support 15 years of that. And the problem is having that infrastructure in place to support that, because as a product gets designed and moves to production, and the machinery is getting old, and production they get busy to maintain quality, and they have very good quality for the product, but quality doesn't the product or the item, whatever you want to call it, the thing can break, but nobody will forgive you a safety failure for that. So, after 15 years, yeah, you can say an ECU can break, an airbag box can break, but nobody will forgive you if the airbag blows up with no reason. So let's move to the next step, and that's building a safety culture beyond compliance, right? Because most of the companies, and they have a very good focus. Let's pass the audit. Let's get the thing in. Let's get the PPAP done for this, and we are done. Well, bad news or bad luck. You're not done. And building a safety culture is not easy. So at least, you hear it from me. If you said it to your own colleagues and to your own management and in your organization, yes, it's not easy and takes a lot of time and commitment at all levels, right? And when I say commitment at all levels, leadership commitment, it's not putting up a policy, right? You need visible management support, needs to be reminded all the time, and mainly empowerment to stop unsafe practices. And pretty much, like we say, quality belongs to everybody, functional safety belongs. And like there are many things in a company that belong to everybody, even cybersecurity responsibility and other things. So like others, functional safety needs to be there on the radar, and people need to become responsible, right? Also, within the organization, you need to have clear functional safety responsibilities. Must be some kind of department or some kind of group who's responsible for that. Must have some kind of independence. Have the possibility to raise flags and raise issues, and have clear escalation path to management and some kind of process to address a safety concern. Has to always keep an open communication, open mindset. encourage reporting, encourage discussion, just makes the team stronger. Transparent risk decision, safety decisions are usually group decisions, are checklist-based decisions, as you saw, are standard vetted decisions. And you can always, if you think that you have problems, you can reach out to others within safety community and without sharing details of your projects and everything, and discuss, and even consultants and everything like us, right? As I said, safety like quality belongs to all. We are all responsible. We are all involved. Think at the end of the day that your own child might be driving that car and that vehicle and will be going in it, and you'll give the keys to, your child gets his driver's license and gets the keys of that car, and it's his first drive, and you want it to be very successful. So again, product safety is not health and safety. Just keep that in mind. It has nothing to do with it. Let's go to the next one. So it is a daily effort, for sure. It is achieved over time. So it's not happening overnight. It is a team effort, and team must be congratulated. You'll find champions within the team. You'll find people who are attracted to it. Help them out. Help them grow, because that consolidates your safety culture. Continuous learning, not only the standard and methods, so try to learn the technicalities of it, methods, how to implement safety mechanisms, ways to read data sheet, create a culture of, bringing your suppliers into functional safety, whenever you ask for a new part or new microprocessor or something else. Do you have a safety manual? Can we see the safety manual? Do you know the fit rates for these things? These are design things, but also on the production side, you have to identify the people who will be your safety champions, and you have to identify people who would maintain those records for years to come, right? And it is IP. Functional safety, it is an IP knowledge, and people are very shy in sharing their IP knowledge, even with OEMs and with tier ones, and with the higher up, they share limited information, and you'll have to preserve it and nurture it, and it is the value. It brings a lot of value in your company, and from processes to designs themselves. So be good to them, and cherish those functional safety IPs and achievements that you did in your organization. Okay, let's go. We have more. Yeah, just a few things in the summary, and we are done. So again, keep in mind, life cycle does not mean only design phase. It is design heavy. You're gonna achieve something, but it takes a longer time than that to implement ISO 26262 or to be compliant with ISO 26222, say. As I say, the hard part seems to be production operation commissioning, just for the sheer size of the length of time that this production operation decommissioning happens. And might be tier ones are suffering, I would say, the most, because they try to get both between OEMs and tiers two. So they have design, but they have plants all over the world, and products, they tend to, they start in a high cost country, then they move to a low cost country. And a lot of these safety activities and safety bells, and they kind of disappear, due to language changes, plan changes, staff changes. So it is very hard to keep it at production operation and decommissioning. And actually, there is not too much. I mean, the modern safety products, they came up in the last 8 years. So if you consider design 2-3 years, it's only manufacturing for a few years only. create a safety culture at all levels, improve cross-team collaboration, especially design with manufacturing. It seems to be a big fence there between design and manufacturing. Design finishes, gets approved, they put it on a production server and they don't care about it. Manufacturing takes it and they don't fully understand the extent of functional safety. As I said, protect and preserve functional safety IP. It's knowledge. Teams change and they change a lot even during design. You bring the start designers, they start up with architecture, they are gone from the project. So, and some of the safety IP, it's gone, and not everybody understands what they had in mind. If documentation is not pure, it's not done properly, and it's not protected, it's not noted. So it is a challenge there. But nevertheless, in let's say 10 years down the road, if you have to go back, it becomes a big challenge. And what I recommend, like any other big thing, take small steps every day in all aspects, a little bit on process improvement, a little bit on work products, awareness, software tools maintenance. It's hard to come up with, let's say, software tools table in the last minute. You bring a tool, make sure you have a tool table, add it there. If you add a tool every 2 weeks, at the end of the year, you have a nice table there of promoting new talent, automate, integrate with ASPICE. If you do ASPICE, might as well spend a little bit more time, more effort, and look at functional safety too, because they are sisters. In many spots, they go together. Promote, if you're at the beginning, I would say promote functional safety throughout the organization. If you have a product that has ASIL in that beautiful glass window at the entrance where people comes and visitor come, or in the meeting room, make a glass and write product functional safety ASIL B. And the people will ask, oh, what's ASIL B? And, they get involved with it. So again, it's not easy. I wish you luck, but there are challenges. Definitely, there are challenges. So, and with this on, I'll let Nikhil. He has a few words for the completion of the webinar, and then we'll go from there.
I just want to cover a quick couple of slides here, and then we have a few questions from the audience that I'll bring to you, Emil.
Okay.
So just, you probably have seen this if you've been part of our previous webinars. If not, just wanted to make you aware about a enterprise EV/AV platform that integrates functional safety, automotive SPICE, cybersecurity, and standards along that. So it's all about collaboration and bringing work products into one single enterprise platform. This is part of our software offerings. And for all of you who are part of the functional safety discussion today, you might be interested to know that we have the second NA SPICE conference coming up in September 29 through 30. So we have the early bird registration that's already live. So visit naspice.net for more information. And last week, we just extended the call for presentations deadline from February 20 to March 13th. So it's a great opportunity. So if your presentation does get selected, that's like the main presenter has a free entry into the conference too. So it's a big opportunity. You're going to have OEMs, tier ones, you name it, anybody in the world of automotive embedded systems development, safety, and security being part of this event in Novi, Michigan in September. So, that's one. I just want to let you know, if you want a free copy of the Automotive SPICE handbook, write to us at info@omnext.com. That's also going to be sent out to you. Emil and I actually just took a few minutes out from our Intax Process Expert course that we were just part of to come and join this webinar. We'll be heading back to it shortly right after this, but we have that happening this week. Next week, we have the Provisional Assessor course. There's a few other functional safety, cybersecurity, and other courses. Just visit our website. You'll know more about it. Now, there's also another webinar on architecture focus that's going to be coming up. You'll be joining Dr. Juan Pimentel, along with myself and my colleague Juan Webb, on discussing what are the best practices we can have from a point of view of architecture. So Make sure you're registered into that if you haven't already. That's on March 19th. And another one that's coming up on April 2nd, Juan Webb, Sirkin, and Dr. Juan Pimentel will be talking about how to leverage cybersecurity from both 27001 and ISO SA 21434. So make sure to sign up for that too. So two questions I see standing up on the list here, Emil. From your experience, what are the inefficiencies of not integrating functional safety into your APQP new product development?
Well, I mean, pretty much what are inefficiency of not doing ISO 9000, not integrating a standard when you have to. I mean, at the moment. So first of all, it's stress, right? The stress, and then you can measure the stress in the APQP different. You can loss of money, loss of timing, loss of delivery. Definitely, I mean, these are the ramifications, right? Depends how you want to quantify it, or all of them. So definitely it is an advanced planning activity. Definitely cannot be added in the last moment. And unfortunately, it's not one of those things that can be fudged at the finish line. You cannot just go back and make some records or something, the old day of, oh, we'll do something there. It is visible, has to be through the whole traceability thing. And even if you have a decomposition error for requirements or something, usually they send you back, and good luck taking, I don't know, 5,000 requirements and showing traceability and doing Excel files and exports from thing. It is traumatic. It is traumatic. It's a lot of stress, and yeah,
I think that,
you
in
just
short, I
don't
think you're
pass it.
saying it's a lot of redundancy, right? If you do two things, that's the big problem. I think you're trying to say, I mean, if you don't integrate functional safety into your APQP, that's just two parallel things happening, which should be actually integrated, and a lot of inefficiencies on it.
Definitely, I mean, functional safety has self-checks. I mean, nevertheless, when you integrate it with a process, I mean, becomes multiple, or how should I say, interrelated safe checks. It's very hard to add it after. I mean, I would say
Makes
impossible
sense.
almost.
Okay. Second question. Here we say most functional safety activities at some organizations seem to end at PPAP. What are your recommendations on practices to be followed post-production launch, and how to make sure that functional safety doesn't take a backseat during production, operation, and decommissioning?
To respond to the first part, yes, it's true. We have it passed, and it's a big stone and a big relief for the whole organizations. Pizzas and congratulations are flowing there, and we passed this, we have it audited. Good enough. Sometimes the plants, they don't even get to see. The customer sees the safety case. Maybe, even the service facilities might see a safety case or a product, and manufacturing doesn't see the safety case. So it is of duty, and it should be made much stronger in the safety plan, that this handover should be a very strong activity. That it's true, it is past approvals and past audits, but it has to be maintained. And at one point, yes, should be driven by project manager, but also has to do with safety culture in the plants. It needs to be a pull from the plants. Hey, you did that. Where is the safety case? You don't give me the safety case. Who's the person responsible for the rest of the life, right? Pretty much, the plant takes the second part of life cycle. Oh, let's make a lot of products, quality, and all the activities the plant does. They don't do safety activities, because really they cannot add to the safe design of the product. They make cost control. They need to cut costs. They need to or control the cost if it tends to go up, and make sure they control their suppliers and everything. That's the activity at plant level. It's not functional safety. It's not the main, but someone needs to be there, the advocate, and then needs to be encouraged and needs to be made part of, and people need to be. Someone needs to ring the bell or raise the flag if they see
Right.
problems. So safety culture at plant level is important.
Safety culture at plant level. That's an important takeaway. And as you said,
Yeah.
there's things like field failures, recalls, and defects and change management that might still take place even after production launch.
Oh yeah.
So,
No. But most of them, like if you're a tier 2, pretty much your product's a throwaway, right? At tier 1, you might talk about the repair, but tier 2, usually they say, oh, throwaway, 'cause, they don't want to. But doesn't mean if it is a safety problem, even if it's throwaway, yes, it's a low cost, but if it is a safety issue, it's a safety issue, needs to be known somehow.
excellent. Wonderful. Good questions there. Thank you, Emil, for a wonderful
Oh,
webinar.
thank you.
And thank you, Andrew, for setting this up and
Yeah.
moderating. And hopefully you join us for the upcoming webinars. We look forward to sharing with you a lot of interesting topics, and this is going to be continuing for the rest of the year. So we are looking forward to seeing you on March 19th next. Thank you, everyone.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.